What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about shocking facts about Norway. What I'm very excited for in this video is this is from the point of view of a person who grew up outside of Norway, and then later in life, she moved to Norway, and these are some of the shocking things that have really stuck out to her about Norway. And I feel like when you move to Norway as an adult later in your life, that's where you really have this special opportunity to experience this culture shock, to really understand what is different about Norway compared to where you grew up. And I just feel like Americans in general don't know much of anything about Norway. It's kind of shocking, especially for how interesting and beautiful and successful Norway is as a country. I feel like I barely was taught anything about Norway. I don't think most Americans could point out Norway on a map, like very accurately. It's that sad. So I really enjoy these kinds of videos that give just general cultural information and honestly fun, kind of interesting, funny facts that are surprising about Norway compared to America. I really enjoy these. So without anything else being said, let's take a look.
Shocking fact number one. I was really shocked how safe the country is. Just to share with you guys, those were three major habits I adopted in Norway and it in my must-do list to get rid of them as soon as I'm moving to another country. The first.
Wow. I mean, before she even says any more, this is probably something that would shock most Americans the most, how safe Norway is, because America is like, you feel physically safe most of the time, especially if you're in a smaller town or small community. But if you're in a big city, it can get quite crazy. And there are definitely parts of cities in America where you feel downright unsafe, for sure. And I know a lot of people outside of America get nervous about our gun laws and things like that, but the whole culture of Americans just isn't very trusting. You can't really leave your stuff unattended. You can't leave your purse out, or your cell phone, or your door unlocked. There's just not that level of trust in America. For good reason, because your stuff would probably get stolen, and it feels like Norway is just completely different, and it's really nice to hear about.
The first habit I adopted in Norway was I stopped locking the door when I'm leaving the house. Yes,
Wow.
I agree. I'm living in a residential area of a small city, and that's why it feels so safe here.
That is unbelievable. Like, I don't think any Americans would leave their house and not lock the door. Like, that just does not exist.
I have no idea if my new habit is applicable to Oslo city center, for example, as I've never ever lived there.
Okay.
Guys, if you're watching this video, you are Norwegian or same expert as me and you live in Norway, please share in the comments how safe is your area. Can you do the same? Are you leaving your front door open?
So she's saying that where she lives in Norway, a residential area, she feels safe enough to leave her door unlocked. But is that true in all of Norway? I don't know. I definitely think it's much more true than anywhere in America. That's for sure.
Another two bizarre habits I adopted in Norway within 6 months of living here. First of all, when I'm leaving my car, leave my sat-nav or another belongings. I never put them in the boot. I'm just leaving everything as it is in the car.
Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, you do not leave your stuff out in your car in the United States. You don't leave your computer showing, don't leave your camera showing. Nothing valuable can be visible in your car, or honestly, you should be afraid that your car is going to get broken into. That's in many parts of America. That's just standard. That's just something we think about all the time. I can't believe how different this is.
Sometimes I don't even lock the car. I'm just leaving it and...
Sometimes she doesn't even lock the car.
Going around and about.
Oh my gosh. That's wild.
And the third absolutely weird thing I adopted in Norway, I can leave all my stuff on the table in a coffee shop.
She's she's literally doing everything that I said you cannot do in America. Like, leave your stuff unattended. Like, no, no. That just shows right there, like literally right there. All these things are different. I think that just speaks so highly to Norway as a culture, as a people, that there's this just like mutual respect and appreciation for everyone's stuff and safety that doesn't exist here. It's totally like I can't even imagine.
For 20 minutes or half an hour while I'm going around the shopping mall doing my shopping.
Oh my gosh, leaving your stuff for half an hour. No, no. I feel like if I lived in Norway, I would not be able to break my habits. I would still be so paranoid about my stuff getting taken.
And actually, I did it quite a lot of times, and every time I'm coming back, I found both my laptops, both my phones, and other belongings the exact way I left them. And I'm
What?
telling you, those are number one habits to get rid of as soon as I'm moving out of Norway. Shocking
Yeah.
fact, number
Yeah. Don't try that anywhere. Don't try that in America. No.
two, you barely see the curtains in the houses here.
What?
It's getting even funnier when it's nighttime and you can clearly see what's going on inside the houses. It's actually so
No curtains? I wonder why that is. Americans are definitely very private. Very, very private. But I'm surprised Norwegians don't want a little bit of privacy, right? So I wonder what the reason for this is. I mean, again, it just comes off as like a very trusting culture. Like, I have nothing to hide. I don't care. No one's going to be looking at me. That kind of thing. That's why you can leave your curtains open. This is a very random one to me.
so funny because when I just came to this house for my first viewing and I asked the landlords to provide some curtains for me, they gave me such a strange look.
What?
I felt like I asked them to remove the door in my bathroom. Actually,
Wow, it's that unusual in Norway? It's that unusual. Wow. Like, I would ask that. I would have asked, like, can I get some curtains in here? You know? Like, that's just so normal in America.
I was explained after that many houses here, especially in residential areas far away from busy city centers, they have such a fascinating views on the mountains or on the neighborhood or on the forest. So basically people here, they love those views so much.
Oh, is that what it is? It's not a privacy thing. It's like you're in Norway, so you should appreciate the beauty. And I guess I agree with that. I see what you mean.
And they don't want to obstruct them with any sort of curtains.
Huh.
After 6 months, I tend to agree with this statement. When I'm working from home
Right.
and I can observe what's going on behind the window, it
Yeah.
feels so amazing to
Yeah, that is amazing. Like, I actually get it.
have such a fascinating view. Shocking fact number 3, recycling in Norway.
Okay.
Guys, I have 5 rubbish bins in my house. 5 bins.
5? 5 garbage cans? Or Americans are okay at recycling. Not the best, but not the worst. A lot of people I know try to recycle, so that's good. I'm actually surprised at how many Americans do try to recycle, but I know Norway is very, very environmentally conscious. But 5 bins?
Every single bin has a different purpose, of course. Let me show you how you should separate your rubbish in Norway. Usually in the kitchen, right under the sink, you have 2 rubbish bins. With a green bag, smaller one, it's food waste. I don't need to explain anything here.
Wow. I mean, this is already so much more than Americans do. Like, we will separate Some people might recycle plastic and glass, but other than that, we do not separate food waste. Is that just like food? No, like everything and a lot of plastic, and honestly, like most everything just goes in the garbage. Like sometimes people recycle bottles, and that's about it. Nothing close to this.
A little bit bigger one with a blue bag. It has this abbreviation written there. I'm not sure exactly what this abbreviation means, sorry, but I'm supposed to put here all plastic packaging.
What does it say? MSW for plastic. Okay.
Which was directly in touch with food.
Oh, plastic that was touching food. Oh, no. No. Americans wouldn't. Americans are far too lazy to. We take all the food and all the packaging and just shove it into a garbage bag and it goes to the dump. And I have to agree, it's not very friendly to the environment, but it's just like Americans are not very disciplined with this, myself included, honestly.
So those were 2 rubbish bins in the kitchen, and now I'm taking you to storage room in the house, which also has 3 more rubbish bins.
There's more? There's more? More bins.
That's my storage room. And here we have this massive blue bag. I even have a sign on it, so it has to be full before you removing it from the house. So basically this big blue bag is for plastic, which
like plastic only? Oh my gosh.
is coming from the packaging, and other rubbish which is plastic. 2 more bins here, one specifically for glass and metal. Cans and bottles are going here, and this one is for paper. So
oh my gosh, this is just... I had no idea the recycling was this specific. This is a lot of effort. Like, do most Norwegians separate their recycling into 5 containers? Like that? That's incredible.
everything what's paper related packaging or just all pages or notebooks, all notebooks are going in this bin.
Wow. Oh, this is a recycling station. Like, oh wow. Like, for the neighborhood or for the community recycling station? America does not have stuff like this. There's no, you just leave it out by your, you just leave your recycling bin and there's only one out by the road.
4 different bins and every single bin for a different type of rubbish. Food waste, plastic, wood, metal and glass.
This is nice.
Different type is going in a different rubbish bin. And what's really cool, there are different types of trucks for every type of rubbish, which means that different types of rubbish are taking different days. And it's a trend in Norway that every family here has a special calendar on the wall in every house showing the exact days different trucks coming to pick up different rubbish.
Oh my gosh. This is so much more detailed than I thought. And every Norwegian homes, like people usually have a calendar to help you keep track of when all the different recycling trucks come. Oh my, that is so Norwegian. In America, there's only one truck for the garbage and the recycling. There's only one truck for both. And man, this is so much more extravagant. So much more effort. And this also, I think, this just tells you something else about Norwegians, Norwegian culture. Like, people are just disciplined and taught to really care and put some effort in. It's, man, it's really admirable. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Shocking fact number 4, electricity consumption.
Wow.
Norwegian environmental concern stops when it comes to energy usage. Unlike their Danish or Swedish cousins, Norwegians using electricity as if it was going out of fashion.
What? Norwegians use electricity? A lot? Like, don't care how much? Why? Why? Why?
The lights and appliances can be left on at home, the computers can be running all night long, solar panels are few and far between. A Norwegian homeowner will happily heat his terrace during the long winter nights so he does not get cold when he pops out at night. Even towns putting heating under pavements and main squares in order to keep them clear of snow and ice during the winter. Shocking.
Wow, so Norwegians are really, really okay with using electricity. It seems like they enjoy using the electricity. Is it because it's clean energy? Like really, really clean electricity, very green, renewable energy? So Norwegians like feel good about using it? That's the only thing I can think of. Because otherwise this would sound bad to just let your electricity run all the time. And it would cost a lot of money for Americans. Are the Norwegians electricity bills like very low? Like is electricity very cheap in Norway? Why is that? Is it just so efficient? Or this is really interesting to me. I'd like to learn more about this, honestly. And actually, we're only about halfway done with this video. So I'm really, really enjoying it. And I don't want to rush it or anything, so I think I'm going to stop for now. Stop right here and continue in part 2, which will come out after this video. But this has been fantastic. These are shocking. The video is actually not lying. These are shocking to me. These things like the safety, the no curtains, the recycling. Man, the recycling is next level. This is really good stuff. Like, this is really good. But I'm enjoying it for now, but I'm going to stop here. If you've enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in part 2 of this video, or just more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture and things in Norway I've never seen, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thank you for watching, and see you next time.